A very good evening and warm welcome to all the dignitaries who have gathered today on this special occasion.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. With this quote, may I now request President of WAA, Ms. Anandavalli, to deliver the welcome address.
Happy evening to all. I'm happy to be here to welcome you all on behalf of all Advocates Bar Associations of Madurai Bench of Madras High Court to bid a farewell to Hon'ble Mr. Chief Justice Munishwar Nath Bhandari. We thank our Hon'ble Chief Justice to be present here to have a sitting in Madurai Bench on this day before his retirement, which gave us an opportunity to have this farewell. By the above decision of your Lordship has given an opportunity to the members of the bar to attend the farewell, though it is 10 days in advance. I welcome your Lordship on behalf of all Advocates Association of Madurai Bench. I welcome Honorable Mr. Justice P.N. Prakash, Administrative Judge, Honorable Mr. Justice S.S. Sundar, Honorable Mr. Justice Mrs. Justice R. Hemalata, Honorable Mr. Justice G. Chandrasekharan, Honorable Mr. Justice G. Elangovan, Honorable Mrs. Justice S. Srimati, Honorable Mr. Justice R. Vijay Kumar for this function. Like the members of the bar, the visit of Honorable Chief Justice also helped the judges to be present physically for this farewell function. I welcome on behalf of all the Bar Association, Mr. Veera Kadravan, Senior Advocate, Additional Advocate General of Madurai Bench, Mr. Bhaskaran, Additional Advocate General, Mrs. N. Krishnaveni, Senior Advocate, and Office Bearers of all associations for this August gathering. I welcome all the members of the bar who are present here. I welcome the officers of the Registry of Madurai Bench and the press and the media to this farewell function. I wholeheartedly welcome one and all who are present here and thank you for this opportunity given.
Thank you, ma'am. Honoring the Honorables is the most profound thing than anything else in this world. We would like to freeze this moment with a memento. Now, I would like to invite S. Srinivasa Raghavan, President MMBA, K. S. Duraipandian, President MBHAA, J. Anandavalli, President WAA, M. K. Suresh, President MBA, K. P. Tyagarajan, President MAHAA, to give memento to our chief guest.
Thank you, sir, ma'am, and lordships. As we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. May I now request Mr. Veera Kadravan, Senior Advocate, Additional Advocate General, to deliver his felicitation address.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, Thiru Munishwar Nath Bhandari, Honorable Mr. Justice P.N. Prakash, the Administrative Judge, Madurai Bench of Madras High Court, the Honorable Companion Judges of our bench, learned Assistant Solicitor General, Mrs. Victoria Gauri, my dear brother Mr. Bhaskaran, the Additional Advocate General, Madurai Bench, Mr. Tilak Kumar, Government Pleader, Madurai Bench, the Special Government Pleaders, Additional Public Prosecutors, other law officers representing the state of Tamil Nadu in the Madurai Bench of Madras High Court, and the Union Government, Thiru Srinivasa Raghavan, President of the Madurai Bench of Madras High Court Bar Association, Mr. K. S. Duraipandian, President MBHAA, Ms. J. Anandavalli, President Women's Advocate Association Madurai Bench, Mr. M. K. Suresh, President MBA Madurai Bench, Mr. K. P. Tyagarajan, President MHAA, Mr. V. Ramakrishnan, Treasurer MAHAA, and other office bearers of all the advocates and bar associations of Madurai Bench, my dear senior advocates and beloved junior advocates, the Registrar Judicial, the Registrar Admin, and other officers of the staff of the Registry of the Madurai Bench, representative of the electronic and print media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my immense pleasure to be with you all during this bid affectionate farewell to our beloved Honorable Chief Justice of His Lordship, demitting the office on September 12, 2022. And I thank the advocates and bar associations of Madurai Bench for giving me this opportunity. We all know that both in the apex court in all high courts in India, it is in vogue to give bid farewell to the honorable judges who are demitting the office during the summer vacation well before the actual date of retirement. Now, we, the Madurai Bench, had an occasion to give such a bid farewell to His Lordship, even during the non-vacation period, and on behalf of the entire legal fraternity, and I thank the Honorable Chief Justice for consenting the same. As Additional Advocate General for the State of Tamil Nadu, on 2011-21, I welcomed Honorable Mr. Justice Munishwar Nath Bhandari as Chief Justice, as Acting Chief Justice, and on 25/4/22, had another occasion to welcome my lords as an officiating Chief Justice of the Madurai Bench of Madras High Court, and today it is my turn to address this gathering on a bid farewell to our Honorable Chief Justice of the Madras High Court. Honorable Chief Justice Thiru Munishwar Nath Bhandari, who born on 13/9/1960, enrolled as an advocate on 29th May 1983, and practiced in Rajasthan High Court at Jodhpur, Jaipur, and Central Administrative Tribunal, Jaipur, and initially in the Supreme Court in the Constitutional, Civil, Criminal, Service, Labour, Panchayat and Municipal Laws, and in arbitration matters. His Lordship was a standing counsel for the Railways, Rajasthan Road Transport Corporation, Nuclear Power Corporation, State Election Commission, Rajasthan University, all government electricity companies of Rajasthan, Jaipur Development Authority, Jaipur Municipal Corporation, Rajasthan Housing Board, Rajasthan Agriculture University, and all other prime institutions in the state of Rajasthan. His Lordship was elevated as a judge to the Rajasthan High Court in 2007 and was later transferred to Allahabad High Court in 2019. Served there as Acting Chief Justice from June to October 2021 and later assumed charge as Acting Chief Justice of the Madras High Court, one of the greatest and the leading high courts in the country, in November 2021 as a 51st officiating Chief Justice on 14/2/2022. Our Honorable Chief Justice Thiru Munishwar Nath Bhandari had occasion in our Chartered High Court to administer oath of office to the Honorable Mrs. Justice N. Mala, Honorable Mr. Justice S. Soundar on 28/3/22, and to the Honorable Justice Sundar Mohan and to Justice K. Kumaresh Babu on 5/6/22. Once again, I remember that His Lordship had inaugurated 84 additional law chambers and connecting corridor and residential apartments for the Honorable Judges, and laid foundation stone for the additional law officers block in the premises of the Madurai Bench of Madras High Court on 29/1/22. Quotes of His Lordship is very interesting and will be mind-blowing for everyone. Talk less and do much. Temple of justice can be served in a better way if it works without fear or favor. Justice to common man in the lower state of the society is predominant. Our Honorable Chief Justice, in a graduation day function at Chennai, has emphasized the role of parents and teachers in shaping the destiny of students and advised the graduates as a role model of the society. After inaugurating the dedicated commercial courts in the cadre of district judges and senior civil judge inside the district court campus at Salem, our Chief Justice has said that delivering speedy judgments in cases related to commercial disputes is essential to spur economic growth. Our Honorable Chief Justice, while participating on the 18th anniversary celebration of Madurai Bench of Madras High Court, has said that the Madras High Court has been continuously leading in disposal of cases, which was possible not only because of the judges but also the cooperation of the bar members, and the litigation would have confidence in the institution. Only if cases are disposed of swiftly, and bar members should continue their cooperation for the disposal of cases. I assure on behalf of the members of the bar that we will render our continuous cooperation for the swift disposal of several cases in future also. During the short tenure in our Chartered High Court, His Lordship has given his verdicts in several notable cases pertaining to the water body protections, education, local body, election, temple-related issues and environment. I would like to mention few of those cases which were delivered by my lords. In the case of R.P. Ravichandran versus State, the Honorable Chief Justice has held that the prayer or release for the petitioner by the government on its own pursuant to the recommendations of the Council of Ministers cannot be directed even by the court in the absence of acceptance of the resolution by the governor of the state, as High Court does not have the power similar to what Apex Court has under Article 142 of the Constitution of India. Everybody knows what is the matter about. I don't want to discuss further. In the case of P. Kannan versus Commissioner of Municipal Administration, all along we are relying upon that Ajay Kumar Chaudhary case, which was distinguished by my lords by following the Kapoor's case, which is consisting of a larger bench, where my lords have held that the judgment of the Apex Court in the case of Ajay Kumar Chaudhary, Supra does not lay down absolute proposition of law that an order of suspension cannot be continued beyond the period of 3 months if the memorandum of charges charge sheet has not been served within a period of 3 months, or if the memorandum of charges or charge sheet is served without a reason or order of extension. All along we have been following the Ajay Kumar Chowdhury simply because it is an order of the apex court. For the first time, my lord distinguished this judgment and said the judgment is not holding the field and conflicting to the earlier constitutional bench judgment in Kapoor. Fortunately, I happen to argue the earlier division bench judgment, which is now confirmed in P. Kannan case by the full bench of our High Court. In a case related to Indian Red Cross Society, when it was told that in a connected case, another judge has reserved its verdict 6 months ago, the Honorable Chief Justice has held that no verdict should remain reserved for more than 2 months. Such a long delay in pronouncing verdicts would cause trouble to the lawyers and litigants, and even the judges cannot remember any of the arguments. His Lordship also pointed out that the Honorable Supreme Court also disapproved the long delay in delivering verdicts, and some high courts followed the practice of listing the case before some other judge if the particular judge failed to deliver verdict within a period of 2 months. In respect of these cases filed under the public interest litigation, His Lordship has no hesitation in imposing costs and debarring the petitioner from filing such frivolous public interest litigation for some years if it filed for publicity without any proper research on the subject matter. In the case of Nakshatra Bind, AK represented by mother and natural guardian versus State of Tamil Nadu, my lord have delivered a beautiful judgment and struck off a government order issued in GO 2D number 15 as illegal and arbitrary. We welcome such a decision, my lords. It is a matter pertinent. I will read the judgment. It is not only the State of Tamil Nadu, but many states have taken a similar decision not to insist the students to appear in the examination during the course of COVID-19 pandemic and to be declared to have passed the examination without award of marks, and consequently, thereupon mark sheet was issued to declare them as passed without award of marks. The State of Tamil Nadu has taken decision of similar nature, and we do not find any illegality in the policy decision of the government as so as to cause interference in the imputed GO. Marks can be awarded in the case of examination where performance of student is assessed, but cannot be in a case where no examination was conducted, ultimately dismiss the writ appeal as well as the writ petition. Similarly, in the case of SP Muthuraman versus Department of P&AR, the petitioner requested the court to conduct a roving and a probing inquiry into the actions that the respondents took in response to the Central Information Commission case. Moreover, we have coming similar case of frivolous petitions before the Central Information Commission. For the Honorable Chief Justice has ruled that it is prohibited from serving as a post officer to gather and share data, and said that what steps should be taken in response to the CIC proposal rest with the relevant authorities. In another judgment, in a judgment of recent judgment, the division bench may not have held that the right of a particular government to appoint archakas belonging to any caste in temples exempted temples constructed as per the agamas from this order and allowed them to employ priests per norms laid down in their scriptures. The bench further directed the Tamil Nadu government to constitute a 5-member committee headed by a retired judge of the court, Justice M. Chokalingam, to identify the temples of constructed as per agamas and prepare the list. All along, the rule which was not in force was first time thrust into service after my lord's delivery of judgment, saying that any person can become a priest of a temple, and if it is not an agama temple. In a firm belief of everyone here that the legal system can only work with the cooperation of the bar and the bench and a dedicated staff. The greatest strength of the judiciary is the faith of the people on justice delivery system. It is that the dead cannot cry out for justice, and it is the duty of the living to do so for them. A strong judiciary is one of the estates of democracy, having great bearing on the lives of people. Judicial officers are in fact the flag bearers of the legal profession. The sincerity towards their profession, irrespective of the pressure, set the benchmark for the future, which enables the reposed trust and faith in the judiciary. The duty of a judge is to impart justice fairly and without utmost sincerity, with utmost sincerity and honesty. They must have quality of patience, understanding, courtesy. The judicial officers should discharge their duties with honesty and have to uphold the constitutional values for effective dispensation of justice. For moral of advocates, the Hon'ble Upper Court said the high moral tone and the considerable public service the bar is associated with, and its key role in the developmental and dispute processing activities, and above all in the building up of a just society and constitutional order, has earned for it a monopoly to practice law and an autonomy to regulate in its own internal discipline. His Lordship Justice Munishwar Nath Bhandari has performed a duty as a Chief Justice of our High Court with an upholding of the rights, upholding the Constitution, and maintained a system of checks and balances. Our Honorable Chief Justice had ensured that dignity and integrity of the court is maintained always. His Lordship's commitment to the cause of justice is unparalleled. His positive outlook and friendly attitude have always inspired us. His Lordship does not lose his cool at any point of time and managed to diffuse a surcharged situation in a court hall with a nice witty remarks. His Lordship, who greatly relished the job in demeaning the office with the utmost contentment. His Lordship can be remembered for his punctuality, experience in administration and judicial decision, and making it positive concern for the institution. His unmatched gentleness, grace, caution, commitment and erudition, the gentility, simplicity and sincerity, the hard work, the literary skills and clarity in judgment, the joy in work, smiles the commitment, frankness, clear-headedness, discipline, all would lend support to achieve his intended goal of dispensing justice without fear or favor. His Lordship has given to the institution the kind of culture, the kind of atmosphere and the kind of power. His Lordship played a vital role in expounding the law and interpreting the Constitution in several noteworthy opinions. With the above remarks, I bid farewell to Hon'ble Mr. Justice Munishwar Nath Bhandari, the Chief Justice of Madras High Court, on behalf of the entire legal fraternity of the Madurai Bench of Madras High Court, and wish my lords a sound health, prosperity and happiness in the post of retirement life. Once again, I thank the advocates and bar associations of Madurai Bench of Madras High Court for giving me the opportunity to bid farewell to our beloved, the Honorable Chief Justice. Thanking you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Mr. S. Srinivasa Raghavan, President MMBA, to deliver his speech.
Happy evening to all. Honorable Mr. Justice Munishwar Nath Bhandari, the Chief Justice of Madras High Court. Honorable Mr. Justice P.N. Prakash, Administrative Judge, Madurai Bench. Companion Judges, Senior Advocates, Assistant Solicitor General of Government of India at Madurai Bench, Additional Advocate Generals, State Government, Madurai Bench, all the government law officers, respected senior counsels, and my beloved brothers and sisters. Mr. Veera Kadaravan, AAG Madurai Bench, has elaborated the acumen and intelligence and the process of administration of justice by Honorable Chief Justice at length. What I just want to say here about our Honorable Chief Justice, the relationship he maintained with the Bar Association. He has been a highly friendly Chief Justice we have seen in our lives so far. Whenever we had an occasion to request His Lordship to address our Bar Association, a single email will immediately evoke a positive response. Never once he said no to our Bar Association. Immediately we would get a reply from the PS and he would address the bar. Last month also we had his presence in our association. So the cordiality, the friendship, the respect, the love and the affection he has shown to our members of the bar is something very notable, and we are very happy over your Lordship's tenure here. Your Lordship's retirement is not going to be the end of relationship. Your Lordship is not going to be spared. Your Lordship is imprisoned for life in our minds. We will be disturbing your Lordship for our academic pursuit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to invite our most beloved K.S. Duraipandian, President MBHAA, to give felicitation address.
The Honorable, our Administrative Judge, P.N. Prakash, the Honorable Justice S.S. Sundar, our Honorable Justice Hemalata, our Honorable Justice T. Chandrasekharan, our Honorable Justice G. Ilakovan, our Honorable Justice Srimati, our Honorable Justice R. Vijay Kumar, Learned Additional Advocate General, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Learned Government Pleader, and Learned Additional Public Prosecutor, and law officers attached to central and state government, Bar Council members, Additional Registrar General, Registrar Admin, Registrar IT, Senior Advocates, my beloved junior members of the bar, and our presidents and secretaries, office bearers of all our bar associations, ladies and gentlemen, we have assembled here today to bid farewell to our Honorable Chief Justice. We know that our Lordship enjoyed a distinguished service at the bar and bar friendly, bridged law and justice and maintained the dignity of office as the Chief Justice of his Chartered High Court. Take this opportunity to bid your Lordships on behalf of our Bar Association a fond farewell, and I am confident that your Lordship will have a productive and satisfying retired life. I pray that Almighty give you and your family members health and happiness and peace of mind. Thank you.
For the dear to heart speech, now I would like to request Mr. V. Ramakrishnan, Treasurer, MAHAA, to give felicitation address.
தான்காணி பார்வையால் நெருஞ்சி முல்லையும் குறிஞ்சி மலராக மாற்றிவிடும் எனது அன்னை மாமதுரை மீனாட்சியின் பாதங்களில் பணிந்து எனக்கிட்ட கடமை ஆற்றுகிறேன். My Lord, Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court, my Lord, Administrative Judge of Madurai Bench, other companion of judges and a galaxy of judges who are assembled here, my beloved friend and respectful AAG, though not here, we are bound to address her, learned ASG, my friends in the bar, the president and office bearers of other bar association, most respectful senior counsels, and most beloved junior lawyers. A warm and a good evening for all of you. The problem of talking lost in the list of offering felicitations is others will be covering all the points and I am left with no great points. Though what all I have to say have been already stated by my friends, especially the learned AAG has covered everything. So I am changing my course. I am recollecting the day when your Lordship first came to Madurai. The day was a sunny day in the beginning, till 12:30 or 1 o'clock. But after that, around 3 o'clock, when a function was started, it became very cool. The atmosphere was totally changed. It was rainy also. Though it was not a torrential rain, it was a beautiful rain. And created a very cool atmosphere. And a Lordship's innate intention in protecting the water bodies and all other, water resources in the state, which he has, stated in his judgment, in the recent judgment at that particular point of time, was also recollected because I was so, I had an opportunity of addressing then also while welcoming the Lordship. That coolness was maintained both inside the court as well as outside the court till today. That is a very big thing. As a lawyer who is practicing and who wants to practice in a genuine manner, I feel the atmosphere and the circumstances in the court should be cool and tempers should not be exchanged. As a matter of fact, we had torrid time in the past. In between 2014 to 2018, we had a torrid time. Those things have completely now disappeared. We were able to win the hearts of the judges. And during the tenure of Lordship, we were a bit confident. That is a very big thing. And my Lord may please to find, at the time of that particular meeting, His Lordship Justice GRS referred to the deity, Pandi Munishwar. Those who were present at the meeting may recollect that. He was referring to Pandi Munishwar, saying that he is the protecting deity. And the term Bhandari, yes, the term Bhandari refers to protector, especially the protector of exchequer. I think I am correct, Lordship. Protector of exchequer, in a way it is also a saint, referring to a saint. And our Lordship has protected the interest of lawyers also. In this particular context, as a lawyer and as an office bearer of an association, I am bound to thank our Lordship I can deviate only in this particular way because I am not able to refer to the judgments, because learned advocate general has covered the judgments. Of course, my preparation was towards the judgments, but I have to change my course. My lord, one particular judgment which which I could say is, which will be easing the tensions in the society. My learned friend and AAG has referred to the Archaga's appointment, rule pertaining to the Archaga's appointment. That will go a long way. Lordship knows very well. Seshamal's case, subsequently Narayana Dikshitul's case, and Adityan's case, and thereafter even Adi Sivacharya's case. The position was clarified in the present judgment. The powers of the government and the appointment of Archagas, a clarity has been given which will quell the emotions in the society. That is also the role of a judge, which a Lordship has actively and correctly did it. In this context also, as a member of the society, I have to thank our Lordship. My Lord, the imprints made by my Lord will be evergreen in our minds. There are so many judgments, the determination, the coolness, but at the same time, the effective, pronunciation of law. It will go a long way, especially for the junior lawyers, and for legal fraternity. It will be very helpful. My Lord, saying goodbye is not the end. It may be for a beginning of a new innings. And Lordship has already scored a triple century. And I pray to Goddess Meenakshi and also Lord Sundareshwara to shower their choicest blessings on your Lordship with a long, happy and healthy and wealthy life along with your family members, and we pray for it also. My Lord, we are immensely pleased to address your farewell, but at the same time it gives a mixed feeling also. In a way, we will not be able to get the benefits of our Lordship judgments, but however, we will continue as our relationship, as Mr. Srinivas Raghavan has told. We assure your Lordship that our relationship will continue, and on behalf of Maha also, we wish your Lordship a happy life in future. Thanks for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Only one request to your Lordship. Lordship, during your tenure, has done a lot of things for us, and kindly get us a third division bench in Madurai so that we will be able to effectively expose the cause of the justice for the public. That may be kindly be considered, my Lord. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. As always, a lovely speech from a most beloved person. If we get a chance to revisit our memories, then the most memorable days would be those days when we get gifts and compliments from our dear and nears. We all know that a gift is complete only when it is accepted. Now, I would like to request our Honorable Chief Justice to accept our love and give acceptance speech.
My esteemed brother, Justice P.N. Prakash, Administrative Judge, Madurai Bench, brother and sister judges of Madras High Court, Mr. H. Srinivas Raghavan, President, MMBA, K.S. Durai Pandian, the President, MBA HAA, J. Anandwali, the President, WA, M.K. Suresh, President Charles, MBA, Mr. K.P. Tyagarajan, President, MA, HHA, Mr. Ramkrishnan, Treasurer, and the Additional Advocate General, Veera Karthivan, Advocate General, Additional Advocate General Bhaskaran, and all officers, senior advocates, members of bar, and young lawyers. I visited Madurai last month also and thought that would be my last visit. But then I had to change my mind when invitation came from my brother, Justice P.N. Prakash, and also the office bearer of the Madurai Bar Associations for my a visit to this bench again, and I could not resist. The reason is very obvious that whenever I visited Madurai, met the Bar Association and the lawyers, the humble background, the reception and love and affection shown by them, I could not forget everyone. And this is the reason that while working in the judicial side, we could address certain difficulties in the administrative side also. It may be the courtrooms, it may be the bridge, and many other things which have been taken up, inaugurated also to the benefit of the Bar Association, bar members. Only thing which we were discussing while sitting for the tea is a hall. We don't have a place where we can have a gathering and we can accommodate 400 or 500 person as the benefit exists at Chennai. I would request my brother and the judges who would be here to see that at the Madurai also we should have a proper hall where we can accommodate not only the conferences but of any gathering. That is one thing which I could not do it, but I wish it would be done with the cooperation of. The speakers showered many kinds on me, and I am really and extremely thankful to the Additional Advocate General and all the speakers. Whatever has been spoken for me, I don't know I deserve or not, but definitely coming from the bar, I always kept in mind about the difficulties of the bar members. They face not only the delay in disposal of the cases, but to address the litigants if the matter is not taken up. The requirement which has been shown recently by Justice Lalit, the Chief Justice of India, that we should try to address the cases at the earliest. And day one, he had changed the listing pattern also so that maximum number of cases can be disposed of. To my satisfaction, and as I have been given the disposal of the cases, I was having total 7 sitting at Madurai in the total tenure of 10 months, and as per the record given to me, could dispose of 462 cases in that time. Today, 25 cases were listed before the bench, and fortunately all those matters were finally disposed of today itself. This can happen only when bar cooperate, and I would say my experience after working in Rajasthan, Allahabad High Court and coming to a prestigious High Court of Madras, here the cooperation of the advocates is so much that easily you can take up the disposal of 25 cases today. Whatever was the board, it is because of the advocates. If the advocate asks for the adjournment for no reason or for some reason not so justified, it is nothing but to delay the disposal of the cases. It doesn't come heavily on the institution but comes on the litigant, and that is what has been felt by Justice Lalit. And I request that the type of the cooperation you have extending or you extended to the judges and all the chief justices, I hope and trust that it would continue to benefit the litigant. The only thing which remain and to be addressed is the pendency of the civil litigation. Madurai bench is facing that part. Criminal side disposal, especially in the division bench, is almost now negligible. Pendency is there, but civil side is yet to be addressed. And I hope and trust, before you demand the 3rd division bench, demand for early disposal of the civil cases, which is also a priority. Because with delay, whoever has initiated the litigation, he would go. Then comes the legal heirs and keep on multiplying the litigation and delay in therein. The issue of constitution of the 3rd bench, definitely with the new judges you would be getting, definitely that would also be fulfilled. But in the next tenure, whoever would be coming, the Chief Justice would take care of that. Definitely, whatever the problems of the bar, there are the problems of the litigation and all. And litigant has to be addressed, and therefore, as a head of the family, as the Chief Justice, it is needed that we should immediately address the problem of the advocates. And if we would be addressing whether it is their conveniences to work or pendence of litigation, maybe an issue of listing of the cases, I made a request to my brother Prakash that while coming as an administrative judge to address that issue of delay in listing of the cases may be addressed immediately, because it is causing a lot of difficulty to the advocates. It is in turn to the litigants, and I am thankful to my brother Justice Prakash that it was immediately addressed. And I would be saying about the judges also. The type of the cooperation I received in Madras High Court, it has given a record. I would be discussing again or disclosing it. I think on the last occasion also I disclosed that the disposal rate of the Madras High Court in last few months is the highest in the country. This is again the contribution of the judges. All my brother and sister judges are contributing that much that now the record which was 108% disposal, that has gone to 121%. This is all because of the judges, and that is the greatest satisfaction I would be taking for this prestigious High Court, that I could make a request and that was accepted by the advocates and the judges to make early disposal of the cases. Ultimately, we have to serve the society, and society can be served in a better way if we can dispose of the matter at the earliest. In working, there remains shortcomings. Certain times you may have exchange of views which are not appropriate to the person. It may happen in my working also. Shortcomings always remains, because as a human being we are bound to commit. So I hope and trust that if anything was uttered by me which was not appropriate or there were shortcomings, the bar members or the judges would forgive me for that. And I hope and trust the relationship we have developed would remain forever. Thank you for inviting me. Thanks a lot.
We thank your Lordship for your kind words and valuable comments. May I now request our respected AHSG of the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, Ms. Victoria Gowri, to present the memento to our Honorable Chief Justice. Thank you, Lordship. We have to fill our hearts with gratitude. Gratitude makes everything that we have more than enough. With this quote, may I now request Mr. R. Venkateshan, Secretary MBA, to propose the vote of thanks.
அனைவருக்கும் இனிய மாலை வணக்கம். A very pleasant evening to our Hon'ble Chief Justice of Madras High Court, Hon'ble Mr. Justice Munishwar Nath Bhandari, and our administrative judges, Mr. Justice P.N. Prakash, and other committed Hon'ble judges, and all dignitaries who have assembled here. It is a great honor to stand before the august gathering to extend my vote of thanks in this felicitation and farewell function to our beloved Hon'ble Chief Justice of Madras High Court. Lordship assumed as acting Chief Justice on 22/11/2021 and became Chief Justice on 14/2/2022. In about 7 months, we are conducting farewell to our Lordship during his short tenure. Our Lordship reached this common man to Tamil Nadu through his various judgments. A proud and special mention, our Lordship was brought many reform in the administration of justice. Having enrolled in the year of 1983, our Lordship has nearly 4 decades of distinguished association with the legal fraternity. All along, Lordship have had a consistent stand. The bar and bench should work together ensure better justice delivery mechanism. Superannuation retirement is a regular one in every government service. The judiciary is also no exception. One positive aspect in judiciary is that the country can make use of the long acquired wisdom of judges by availing consultation with the retired judges and chief judges. Our fervent hope in that our Lordship may kindly make himself available to government in the interest of our nation. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our honorable judges who are sitting in the Madurai bench. Honorable Mr. Justice S.S. Sundar, Honorable Mr. Justice R. Hemalada, Honorable Mr. Justice G. Sandrasegaran, Honorable Mr. Justice G. Ilangovan, Honorable Mr. Justice Srimadi, Honorable Justice Vijay Kumar for this function. And I warm extend vote of thanks to my heartfelt thanks and to Senior Advocate, Additional Advocate General, Mr. Veera Kadiravan and Bhaskaran sir, and also the government leader of Madurai bench, my beloved brother Tilak Kumar, and the law officers who are representing in the state and central government, and the Assistant Solicitor General, Mrs. Victoria Gauri, and our brother bar President Srinivasa Raghavan and his secretary, Mr. K.P. Narayana Kumar, and our brother bar MBHA, Mr. K.S. Dorapandian, and his secretary, Mr. Magendra Badi, and our brother bar M. Maha, Mr. K.P. Tyagarajan, and V. Ramakrishnan, and my MBA, our beloved brother M.K. Suresh, and myself. I thank Mrs. Anandavalli, President of WAA, who has delivered welcome address, and also thank our Secretary, Sivasangari. I take immense pleasure to extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable Judges of Madras High Court of Madurai Bench and all dignitaries who made this memorable event in this participation. I am truly thankful in my association who have always been a great support behind such events. I would like to thank to press and media and our registry and technical staff, those who are provide the service provider. I wish to thank our advocate canteen service for this today food. I want to extend my generous thanks to staff of all the association and invitees for their great support and cooperation. Once again, on behalf of every one of us and on behalf of MBA, I extend greeting and thanks of Lordship for giving consent to participate in the farewell function. Let us pray to Goddess Meenakshi, our prayer deity of Madurai, for our Lordship as health and happiness during the so-called retirement life, as we sincerely hope that our Lordship association with judiciary will seldom again. இந்த தருணத்தில் ஒரு அன்பான ஒரு நன்றியும் சொல்ல கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கின்றோம். அனைத்து சங்கங்கள் சார்பாக சென்னையிலிருந்து மதுரைக்கு வந்து நீதி பரிபாலனங்கள் செய்யும் 3 மாதங்களுக்கு ஒரு முறை வந்து நீதி பரிபாலனம் செய்யும் அந்த அனைத்து நீதி அரசர்களையும் இந்த நேரத்திலே நாங்கள் நன்றி சொல்ல கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கின்றோம். Once again I thank you once and all. Those who are not mentioned in the occasion kindly apologize me. Thank you. வாய்ப்புக்கு நன்றி. வணக்கம்.
Now I take this opportunity to thank the one who thanked us all leaving none.